As state lawmakers start to close in on a final Capitol bill, we are taking a closer look at buildings and projects in the state that could use the help.
One iconic building in Springfield has sat empty for years, but with some upgrades, it could be a big draw. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell is live in downtown Springfield now. Mark, the Armory building is in pretty rough shape.
Jennifer, it sure is. We're going to show you some of that in a minute here, too. The things we could see with a camera just by peering inside the windows. But as lawmakers look to draft up a Capitol bill, looking for any projects or ways to improve things in the state, they need to look no further than right across the street as a place to start.
The Illinois State Armory was built in 1936 and has been determined eligible for the National Register of Historic Places.
Historic preservation experts at Landmark, Illinois say the Armory building is an architectural masterpiece, one that drew some of the nation's most iconic names to Springfield during the 60s and 70s.
It's a wonderful example of that modern architectural style, but also the local history of the building, where we've seen figures such as Muhammad Ali and Martin Luther King Jr. speak at the building, John F. Kennedy during his campaign. So it has a lot of local history in addition to its architectural history.
But the building has fallen on hard times.
I toured it a couple months ago. It's in disrepair. It's in terrible shape, very honestly.
State police moved out in 2007, leaving the building vacant ever since. The state would not allow us inside to see it, citing environmental hazards. Past reports outline standing water, mold, ceiling tiles caving in. On the outside, at least 2 windows remain open to the elements. What used to be a gem of downtown Springfield, now relegated to a clutter drawer collecting the state's unwanted items.
I would just like to see it to be utilized again for more than storage, which is what is being used today.
House Republican Tim Butler lives closer to the Armory than any other lawmaker. The building sits in Senate Democrat Andy Menard's district. Both men say this building could use a makeover, right when the state is pushing for a massive Capitol bill.
It would be a good candidate for some type of a renovation and a larger statewide Capitol bill. Clearly, any project to the size of what the Armory would take would require some type of a larger Capitol bill. It couldn't be done by the state, for example, in an operations budget. That would just be too big of a price tag.
So what exactly is that price tag? We checked today with the Capital Development Board, the Office of the Architect, and Central Management Services. They have different reports throughout the years that have looked at what exactly needs to be repaired in here. Reportedly, the repairs alone, the deferred maintenance, the things the state did not pay for since the Quinn administration, piles up to more than $100 million alone. Rebuilding or rehabilitating the building itself could cost much more. One other note, doing nothing here in the Capitol bill or in some other plan could be deadly. You might recall earlier this year when they found Legionnaires and Legionella bacteria in the state capitol complex. One report, preliminary test, found that Legionella bacteria had likely started from the basement of this building where water is sitting right now. Jennifer?
The price tag is going to be hefty. Thank you, Mark, so much.